I need to take Hazel with me everywhere I go. I mean, she's talking, and I'm like, wow, I want to listen to her. Yeah, thank you. It's so good to be back. Someone said that it's been a year. I'm not sure if it's been that long. I don't know time anymore. So thank you. You're just so loving and so welcoming. So many of you know I'm a trauma specialist. I retired from Clark County Family and Youth Services, where I was a therapist there for over 20 years. And I worked with abuse and neglect. I worked with parents, the court system, foster care, you name it, a therapist there. And so I was on the front lines, if you will, of pain and suffering, where it comes to the surface, bubbles to the surface, and then you're in the system. But a lot of the times, trauma doesn't bubble to the surface to get that attention. It's in our families. It's on the internet. It's in the grocery store. It's driving down the street. There are people with unresolved trauma. Would you agree? So, as love beings, and we're saying love is all there is, it's kind of difficult sometimes because people are going through it. So grief can show up as anger. And we see the anger, but we don't see the underlying grief. There are a lot of people grieving a loss of something. Would you agree? So there's a lot of people that are suffering. And so as love beings, how do we deal with that? Because it's okay to say it every now and then, but how do you be it? Because what I'm saying is love is an ability. Take that in. Love is an ability to respond in the face of anger, loss, suffering, grief. All of this we're being confronted with at this time. So we have to be love, not just talk about it. And what does that mean? It means an ability to respond to people that are not loving. Wow. Talk about homework. I mean, when you really think about it. So this is what I mean when I say we're walking each other home. Because as soon as we say there's an other, and look at them, and look at how they're acting, we've marginalized them, and we've said that they're separate from us. We're the loving ones over here. They're the ones that, oh my God, did you just see? I mean, I can't believe they're those over there. We're the loving ones. No, it doesn't work like that. It's like we're all in this together. Even if you're not responding with love, that doesn't mean that I shouldn't respond with love. So we're in this together, and even if you're grieving and you're hurting and you're angry, I'm taking your hand and I'm walking you home. Wow. I mean, I'm saying the words, but it really does hit me that this is big. That's why we're on the planet right now, folks, is to be love and to walk each other home. Where's home? Home is this love soup that we're in. Home is where our heart is. So judgment lives up here. Judgment says you're the other. The heart says we're interconnected. So where are we walking each other to? We're walking each other from our head to our heart. Sometimes that can be a long journey, a lifetime journey for some of us. But that's it. That's why we're here. People say, oh, I don't know what my purpose is. Your purpose is to get from your head to your heart, and then the world changes around you because you've decided to walk each other home instead of put other off the path. We're all on the same path. Now, I want to give you a visual because, as you know, I'm a trauma specialist. I've worked with a lot of people that are hurting. So I want to start out with this particular Tibetan, this is a Tibetan quote. And you can read it up there. This is an ancient Tibetan quote that they translated into English. And it says, "May you be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be healed. May you be a source of healing for all beings." Now, what you may not know is that you can go deep with this, that you can take a lifetime of research and you probably wouldn't even scratch the surface of this meaning, but this is how you actually change the world. But you'll notice that it says change you first. So keep this quote in mind, and let's go to the next visual. People are going to come at you with a lot of trauma. That's the red. This is like an energy spiral. And they're in anger, they're in grief, they're in misery. And if you're in that spiral too, you'll react the same way. So you can't be in that spiral with them. You have to be in the blue, which is in your heart. That's where love, peace, courage, all of those things abide there. Here's some really fearful clients.
Love you in all the ways you are. I love you in all the ways you are. I love your shyness. I love your power. You have such grace. And I love your cleanliness. Your hygiene is so awesome. I love you just the way you are. Mama loves you. Don't change a thing.
This next client had a lot of grief and was suffering from a lot of loss.
Just the way you are.
These were very fearful clients that I had, very fearful.
And just the way you are.
Very suspicious. Now this is the grieving one that had a lot of loss.
Hello, baby. Hello, my Snooky. It's not your fault that you're here. You're loved. Even though your human is gone, we love you. We take good care of you. Can you be happy? Can you be happy, baby? We love you. Yeah, we love you. Yeah, it's okay. We love you, Snooky. We love you, Snooky. We love you. We just the way you are. Mama loves you. Mama loves you, sweetie. Yeah. Just the way you are. Mama loves you. Just the way you are. Mama loves you. Just the way you are. Yeah. Mama loves you. Mm-hmm. Love you, Snooky. Yeah. Yeah, Mama loves you. I love you, baby. I love you. Mama loves you, baby.
Okay, now this next one is could be violent. So you really have to watch out. And you have to bring your love to a bigger
Are you ready
volume.
for a song? You're precious. You're a sweetie pie. You're amazing. And I love you. Yeah. Yeah. Love you. Oh, you're gonna relax. You like the song? You're a sweetie pie. Yeah, you know it. And I love you. You're a precious one. And I love you. Hi, baby. You're the best, and you're so beautiful. Do you know that? You do. Yeah, you do. Hi, baby. Love you. Mama loves you. Oh, thank you for the oh, look at you. You're so sweet. Yeah. Oh, those beautiful teeth you have. Yes, they are. You're the best. Mama loves you.
Okay, now I was telling the truth that those are my clients. I volunteer at the Sedona Humane Society and I sing to cats. And then I post the video on YouTube or on Facebook and hope that they get adopted. And so we have cats that come in and we tag them blue for very friendly and yellow for they've been through trauma. And you have to go through yellow training. It was a lot of training to deal with yellow cats because some of the cats come in and their owners have passed or something has happened and you saw Snooky. And Snooky stays in that tree and we have to reacclimate them with love. And so the yellow training is about loving cats, or it can be applied to humans, that don't love you back because they're in trauma. And wouldn't it be great to go through training to find out how to love people that don't outwardly show that they love you back? And so Snooky, you could see, you can tell by the language. How many cat lovers are in here? Okay, I'm in the right group, rather. Because you learn so much about body language and how to respond to them, and if they want contact, and if they're afraid of contact. And we never pick them up. We really just go with whatever they're showing us at the time. But one of the things is that we're consistent with love, no matter what they're showing. And then over time, they begin to come out of their shell. And it's the same thing with humans. Although we may not be patient and we may judge based on their actions that they're not reciprocating. But love is not about somebody reciprocating your love back. Let me repeat that. Love is not about someone reciprocating that same love back. It's actually, love is an ability. And we respond, no matter what, with any situation, with love. Now, during the pandemic, people were very, very addicted to cat videos. That's why I started with this, because you're like, oh, well, of course I can be loving to kittens, Karmen. I don't have a problem with kittens. It's these people that are just crazy and doing this, that, and the other. But the reason I started with kittens is if you can love kittens, I think you have the ability to love everything. We just are not taught how, and it's not explained to us how. And I want to go back to this emotional guide thing, but because if we stay in fear and trauma, we are blocked from loving other people. let's hold it right there. Let me repeat what I said. If you're in that spiral, the red spiral, from your own trauma, it's hard to love other people because they're gonna trigger you. That's why it's so important to do the Tibetan mantra or that Tibetan poem. Can we go back to that? May you be at peace, may your heart remain open, meaning don't close it off to judgment, because then you're in your head. Keep your heart open, and may you awaken to the light of your own true nature. What is your own true nature? It's love. That's what we've been talking about. May you be healed. That's big, because that unhealing thing that we hold on to, that prevents us from helping other people, which is the next line. May you be healed. That means forgiving yourself. That means not holding on to that inner child trauma that happened years and years ago that we hold on to. And all we need is some person that's unhealed to be themselves, and we're triggered, and then it's like we can't love. We're not love. So our being healed is so crucial in walking each other home. Let's take a deep breath. Our own healing is so crucial. It allows us to walk each other home without being triggered, without judgment of that other person. We're less triggered when we can come from a space where we have addressed our own hurts, our own wounds. You see how you can get really deep into this simple little prayer, this mantra, but it really encapsulates everything. So once we decide that that is our mission to be healed, magic happens. And I'll give you an example. I did a 4-day retreat with Greg Braden. Many of you know him. He's a spiritual teacher. He was also a scientist. He brought in some people to do breath work with the group that we had. So we're laying on the ground. They're teaching us this technique, and they tell us some trauma is going to come up because you're breathing. So they're talking to 300 people on the floor of a gymnasium. When the trauma comes up, if you feel like screaming, scream. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like laughing, go ahead and laugh. I mean, stuff is going to come up because we're allowing you, we're giving you the technique, blah, blah, blah. So sure enough, we did it for 2 days. There were people that were experiencing their own healing, and it was wonderful. And they did a little Q&A afterwards. People could share what they experienced. And some people that were screaming, they took the microphone and they said, you know, I always felt guilty. I thought I could have done something to save my sister who died of cancer. But she came to me and she said, everything is okay and I forgive myself. So there was some major healing going on. Guilt and shame are major things that can be healed. And so as people were sharing, you know, your heart just broke open and you're like, oh my God. Oh. And you really felt what people were feeling. So I really felt like I was connected to everybody. There was a gentleman behind me that took the mic and he said, I heard you're screaming. I heard you're crying. And nobody's getting left behind. We're walking each other home. And that's how I came up with the topic today. When he said that, I just burst into tears because it was just how profound. So I'd like to share with you what healing looks like. Aidi is her name. She came from Israel, and I'd like to show her reaction. So what did you experience?
Okay, I'm going with my grandmother. So I saw my grandmother, she passed, and she looked very sad as I remember her. And I told myself, she told me, heal yourself so you will heal me, and you will heal the rest of the women in this generation over generation, backward and forward. So when I heal myself, I'll heal my mother, and my grandmother and great-grandmother, and also my child, my daughters. And that was very powerful. And I have a lot of thought that fall into the right place, that I just need to be me, I need to heal myself. I can help everybody. I cannot save her, I cannot save my mother, I couldn't save anybody. Only I can do is just help myself. So I was
So you said here and now you made a decision.
I make a decision, yeah. I make a decision, and the decision is that I'm going to heal myself in the sake of the whole women in my family, and also the rest of the women in the world. Like to cleanse something from past life, that we are the women come to this world. Most of us carried like hurt and shame and suffer, and it's time to break the change and clear this into this new world that we are creating now, to bring this.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
I'm teary. Because you're touching on all of us. All of us. That's what we want. That's what we need.
I feel this, that we're all connected. When I heard the screaming of women, I felt like it was my screaming, like I was the one that screamed, and I said, thank you for screaming when I couldn't scream.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I make you cry. I couldn't scream. Nobody came to rescue me, so they screamed for me, and now I feel very secure. I mean, it was very powerful.
It was so powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you. That was really a profound thing that she said, and I had to repeat seeing it over and over again. But she was saying that we're so interconnected. And her grandmother came to her. Her grandmother had passed. And her grandmother's message was, heal yourself. When you heal yourself, you're also healing me and all the women in the line. I mean, that's powerful. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about how powerful we are as energetic beings, that we have an opportunity right now while we're living to heal ourselves. And it does have a vibrational effect, because it's physics. It has a vibrational, energetic effect on the people that aren't even born yet, because it's in your lineage. But then she went on to say that I feel like we're all connected, and that when she heals herself, she heals all women, or gives women the permission to heal themselves. I thought it was also profound that she said when she heard the screams of the women in the gymnasium, she felt like they were screaming for her when she couldn't scream, when she didn't have permission. Maybe it's not ladylike to say that I don't like this life, but when someone can scream it and release and let you know that you're feeling what they're feeling, It also gives you permission to look at the ways in which you can heal and make changes. So we're so interconnected. When you heal yourself, let's go back to that quote, that Tibetan quote, and see if it has a deeper meaning for you. May you be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for all beings. This is why we're here at this time. It is to go deeper into love. Love of self. And then when you love yourself, you recognize that there is no other. There's only one here. And we're walking each other home. Let's take a deep breath. Let's go into a meditation. We know who we are. We are the very fabric of reality, dressed in different bodies, but we are the fabric of love around us, through us, as us. We represent the energetic field that connects all things. We are here always to return to love whenever we are in our head, whenever we segregate, divide, compare. We are not in our heart. Do we take a deep breath? Dropping into our heart. Being love. Without expectation. Only love. It's not just a feeling. It is an ability to respond to this world. As we take a deep breath, we recognize that our healing is everyone's healing, that there is no separation. And that this love is available, is here, is now, and is you. We take another deep breath. And as we leave here today, we will know that the phrase, love is all there is, can actually be our identity. We let it be so, and so it is. Mm-hmm.